Hello everyone and happy Friday. Before we share my analysis from these last few days, please remember that neither I nor the SIMETRI team from Crypto Briefing are licensed financial advisors. What we provide is not a personalized investment advice. It is merely our opinions based on our various research and diligence. As always, do your own research before making any decisions about buying or selling crypto. If we look now at the key technicals for Bitcoin, 16.5, if we reverse today and we close underneath there, we should expect the market to sink very dramatically. We're testing the monthly pivot point now at 18.2. As I've been saying for a while, the weekly pivot point, we're well above that at 17,400, and that would be something to watch out for today. Daily close is below there, or if we're staying above there, might give a hint about what can happen next. 18,600 is about as far as I think the market's going to get. If we got above there, maybe 19.2 can happen. But if we got above 19.2, then I'd be worried that my take on the market is wrong. Daily price closes below 16,800. Keep an eye out on that as well. So looking on the charts here, we're going to go back to this chart here. It looks very, very similar to the crypto total market cap chart. Again, this symmetrical line here, this break of this head and shoulders pattern is nearly completed, and we're seeing it's copied here. The market's been testing around there perfectly. We've had a number of tests and retests, so I don't think we're going to go to basically go up and retest again 25,000. I think far more likely this pattern here will start to play out. Head and shoulders pattern indicating that we're going to get a drop from 18,000 of about $7,000, which would take us to about 11,000. But I don't know if we're going to get that far down, but that was what I'm looking at. So this a larger pattern completing and this smaller pattern copying the larger pattern and also completing itself as well. Interesting buy zones on the chart coming in here at around 14 to 13,000. As I've been saying for a while, there's a nice trend line there. There's some bearish divergence from 2020 that needs to be rewound, and also this is basically the accumulation zone in the breakout area of the bull run in late 2020. So that would be the area that I would look to start buying, and that would also be a really nice Christmas trade if we fall from 18 towards 14 to 13. What I suspect is happening, and I've been saying over the last couple of weeks, we're going to make a new high above here. We're going to make a nice head and shoulders pattern, and from there we're going to start to fall down, and this here is going to take a while to complete. And around the start of 2023, we'll probably see the big drop off here. This size of this pattern here is indicating that we're probably going to move down to 13 or 12,000. So there's no exact number for me yet where the market's going to stop, but I think accumulation should probably begin around 14,000. And the fact that we're making a new high and then dropping and maybe not new testing the new high should be very bullish. So overall, I'm hoping for a move and a reversal from current levels. Cannot discount a rally to even 19,000 today, although I don't expect it's going to last. A drop below 16,500 is probably going to cause a big decline in the market. I'm expecting this head and shoulders pattern to form, as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks. And I think there's a really good buying opportunity coming up between 14 and 10,000, unless we see a huge escalation in the Ukraine, and unless something like Binance were to prove to be in trouble. That's about the only thing that I think could sink it underneath 10,000. But I think bear in mind what's going on in the world and the market, and we're still trading around these type of levels. I think 14 to 10,000 would be a good reversal point. And also, just like to touch upon this trend line here, this is basically my target for 2023. So what I'd expect to happen is this market to drop off, and then throughout 2023 we graduate towards this former breakout area. You can see what happened when we broke underneath here. So this would be my target for 2023, wherever this comes up to, between maybe 42 and 40. We'll say between 42 and 45,000. That's going to be my next year price target. If we start to bottom around this kind of area here, then we move up and look at the pattern that we're going to form there. It looks like we're forming a much larger reversal pattern, which is kind of pointing towards 100,000 US dollars. Whenever it's going to form, maybe I'm not going to give a time frame, but that would make sense about what's going to happen. So looking at Ethereum now, we've starting to break through this trend line resistance area. And what I'm said that I'm expecting to happen termination around 1,400, and then we're going to start to do exactly what Bitcoin is going to do and probably form a head and shoulders pattern at some point, and then go towards a long-term price target of between 800 to 500. As I said, keep an eye on this trend line here in the market. We're starting to test here, and the 200-day moving average is pretty much near there as well. I don't expect it to break. A far more likely scenario is that we fall down towards 8 to 500, and then exactly the same as Bitcoin, we move towards this long-term trend line next year, and we get back to $2,000 and some normality in the market. So overall, Ethereum could be headed towards 1,400 today. Watch out for a big rejection or breakout around this zone. A return to fresh multi-year lows is probably on the cards, in my opinion, and $500 for me remains more likely than 2,000 until at least the mid 2023.
And thank you. I hope you found my thoughts helpful. If you'd like more, please click the subscribe button for Pro BTC Trader and join me every week on Wednesdays for our live trading war room and daily email updates.